Hi, welcome everyone. This is Amanda from Silver Arrow Tarot, and today the topic is, or the question rather, what do you have that's special or unique about you? And I wanted to do this video because I feel like we're all kind of been going through it, definitely on the grander scale in the last couple years, and individually lately. I think a lot of us have been feeling the energies have been rather intense. And so I just wanted to bring a little bit of positivity, a little bit of positive mirroring. And I don't know if anyone of you also follows Amanda Ellis on her channel, but she was recently talking about fox spirit and how the fox spirit really wants us to understand our talents and skills and abilities. That's going to help us through these more challenging times that we're going through. And so this will hopefully shed some light on your uniqueness and point you in the direction of some of those skills and talents and abilities that maybe you don't see in yourself, or maybe this will just validate them. Maybe this will just reinforce that. And maybe that's just a little nudge for you from the universe to lean in a little bit, just a little bit more on some of these special and unique things about you. And also why it's important as well is that, you know, seeing ourselves clearly, we can know and value ourselves and know what we are offering to other people, and that helps us have better boundaries and better standards when it comes to who we choose to be around and what kind of jobs we choose and partners we choose. And also, a lot of us may have not gotten mirroring in childhood, or insufficient mirroring in childhood from those around us. And so this is always really good to hear stuff about us that maybe you don't realize other people can see. And, you know, schools typically really focus on where we're the weakest. So we can grow up with these feelings of insecurity or doubts in what we actually are good at, because we're not good at math, and that's where everybody is focused, like, oh, you're just not good at math, and they forget to tell you, or like really lean in to where the areas that you are good. And yeah, and society often focuses on conformity and really kind of fitting into the norms, and instead of celebrating our unique differences. So that's my intention for today, and what I hope to uncover with the cards. And another general message while I was meditating today, that I felt it's important to just touch on. Maybe I'll do a whole video on this in the future. But I was really guided to talk about gratitude for a minute. And I think we can hear that word a lot and kind of go, yeah, I need to have more gratitude. And I just want to kind of really touch on how that's actually a practice. And the reason that it's a practice is because it's something that we can really deepen into. I know for me personally, I actually realized that I didn't really have any connection to the feeling of gratitude if I tried to really connect into it. It was a really difficult emotion to conjure up in my body. And I worked with a healer, and we worked on clearing vows and beliefs that were actually blocking me from being able to feel really connected to that emotion. And through that and practicing gratitude with small things in my life, just connecting in with the gratitude for, say, the sun on my face, or the wind in my hair, or that feeling of freshly washed sheets and really sitting with those feelings and amplifying them, I've really come to feel much more connected and really kind of entranced by the magic that gratitude has when you utilize it as a tool for manifestation. So my manifestation has been skyrocketing since I've been using it to connect with gratitude and pulling in the things that I actually want and want to manifest in my life. So just a little side note, if you want to hear like a whole how-to, I'd actually like to do that probably in the near future. But all of that being said, I think it's time to really dive into the cards, and I'm going to pull from this Lavish Earth Tarot Oracle deck for you to get your signifier card, and I'll be right back with the 4 piles, and you can choose which one or ones that resonate, and we will get into the messages. All right, guys, see you in a second. Bye. Hi, lovelies. All right, here are your 4 piles, and I'm going to light some Palo Santo and give you a minute to tune in. And also just a reminder that I send my Reiki energy out into this space and send it to you, that you may receive it should you want to accept it. It's always free will, but you are receiving Reiki healing while you listen to your pile. All right. So I will see you in your pile. All right. Bye. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Thanks for being here, of course. And wow, I just want to say, like, I was getting very emotional connecting with your energy. You just have such a strong, positive, wonderful energy. And I'm feeling like you might not even really need this reading, but I think it's always good to hear confirmation. So yeah, it's, you have a very, very unusual confidence about you. Your indicator card is Septarian, and it says, this stone says confidence and tenacity. Let the good come to you. You have a strong, clear guidance in the form of angels and teachers that came before you who are watching your progress and cheering you on. Look for messages of support and inspiration. The yellow part of Septarian stone is calcite. The brown is aragonite, and the gray is limestone. All work together in Septarian. Calcite supporting abundance, aragonite tenacity, and limestone binding them together with an earthly realism that completes and supports. Key words: confidence, tenacity, heaven-sent inspiration. And I really think there's little quotes around the outside edges of each of these cards, and this was really what stood out the most. This is all relevant, but the one that stood out the most to me about this card was the quote. So the quote says, because of your smile, you make life more beautiful. Thich Nhat Hanh. And I feel like that is really kind of sums up your energy. Your presence, just your being, makes life more beautiful, makes the people around you feel more connected to the beauty of life. So you have, from the Somnia Tarot, you have Knight of Wands upright, and you have 3 of Cups, and you have the 8 of Swords, which was in reverse, And you have Page of Swords upright. And then I pulled from the, where is it? Hello? Egyptian Oracle card deck here. And you got Sadis. Don't know how to pronounce that. Please forgive me. It says Sadis, fertility and satisfaction. I mean, the synchronicities on these cards, guys, whoa. Now I'm gonna hold this card up with the shell because some people might not like the illustration, so just keeping it PG here. But it says Min, fertility and creation. And we have you got Paf or Taf, alchemy and creation. And you have finally Blue Lotus, enlightenment. And then I pulled from this Return of Spirit deck, and you got vibrational, and you got music. So let's pull it all together here. You have a very strong fiery energy. That the Knight of Wands, now all knights are forward moving, fairly fast energies, but the Knight of Wands would probably be one of the most fast moving energies in the deck. Maybe the Knight of Swords would be faster, but Knight of Wands is quite fast moving energy. So it tells me you have quite a fast moving energy stream. And you're channeling a lot of vital life force energy. You have a lot of spiritual vital energy. You have a lot of tenacity. You have a lot of drive. You have a lot of fiery spiritual kundalini. Because look at all these cards. Fertility, satisfaction, fertility, creation, alchemy, creation. So you have 2 fertility and 2 creation repeated in this reading. It's quite remarkable. So lots of yellows and oranges also tell me that you are really connected into your willpower, your personal power, your and your sexual vital life force energy, your creative energy, and that this radiates out. This really just sort of permeates out of you, radiates out of you, and affects the people around you. The Three of Cups talks about joy, talks about community, talks about connection. So you are someone who connects people and brings people together, and has a lot of natural joy that just just sort of oozes out of you, and you make a lot of people happy by your presence, by your smile. You you are a very special person, because this world often unfortunately beats a lot of this vital childlike energy out of us. It really does. Like, it's hard to stay connected. It's hard to stay connected to this feeling of vitality and connection to the universe, connection to your creation energy, your spiritual energy. It's something that's very special and very unique about you. And you help people to see themselves more clearly. You seem to be able to see yourself fairly accurately and fairly clearly because of this confidence. And I have to tell you, that's really an asset for people around you, because I'm hearing here that you don't really mince words. You don't You know how to communicate clearly and effectively, because I'm getting a lot like with voice here, as well as like you have a soothing voice and you have a sensual voice that people are drawn to. But I think that it's also talking about how you can clearly communicate your needs, your wants, your desires, where you want to go in life, what you're trying to accomplish, and you kind of charismatic in that way. And you have a way of, with your words, to connect people together. And I'm hearing here with this 8 of Swords in reverse that you are someone who can get themselves out of, you can see yourself, you're able to see ways out of difficult situations. So you might be a natural leader energy. So other people might look up to you. You might be able to give people good advice. You have a clear direction. You have a clear vision. You have clear ideas about who you are and where you want to go. And people really like that. People are really drawn to that. And it eliminates a lot of dynamics where people feel manipulated by, in a lot of relationships, when people don't communicate clearly, then manipulation can happen underneath the surface or behind closed doors, and then it gets messy. So you don't do that. You don't have those tactics. You just say it how it is. And people appreciate that about you. That is actually a very rare and special talent or ability. And you might have gotten negative feedback about this in the past. People tend to have a bit of an aversion to people that are naturally charismatic or naturally confident, because it brings up their own insecurities. And you may have had people try to put you down in the past, because it can be, for some people it can bring up triggers, and they might not, they might want to, or they might feel competitive in a way. But I don't feel that from you at all. You're not trying to get one up on anyone. You're not trying to manipulate or dominate anyone. It's just a natural energy that exudes out of you, natural confidence. And when I was connecting with some of these cards here, I think it was this one, I heard hold on to your pants. So I'm trying to keep this PG, guys. Trying to keep it PG. But you have a lot of sexual energy, and that actually is a good thing, because it actually wakens up the people around you to their own vitality and their own sexual energy and their own feelings around pleasure and feeling good and satisfaction. We have satisfaction here. So you help people become aware of these needs and desires within them that maybe they have pushed away or have felt shame or guilt about in the past. And maybe by watching you by example, use those in a healthy sense, they can release some of those kind of negative associations, because you're such a positive example of that energy used for good and in the right ways, in the healthiest kinds of ways. I'm hearing that you bring, because you're so tapped in to this creation energy inside of you, that you are really good at bringing spiritual information and spiritual energy and pulling it into the physical 3D world. So you are really good at creating what you want, what you desire, and you're good at communicating with spirit and co-creating with spirit and the higher spiritual energies. You're good at connecting into that and bringing that energy through and creating what Spirit's guiding you to do in the world. So just really, really beautiful energy, quite honestly. And this final card, Blue Lotus, Enlightenment. Yeah, I heard see truth. So your third eye is really good and clear and open, and you're able to see through the truth to the deeper truth of things. You're not afraid of looking at the real truth of life, situations, people, and that you can hold it in the highest light, and you can hold it from a higher perspective. And yeah, and you might want to, I don't know, you might want to use Blue Lotus tincture. You might feel drawn to that. I just wanted to mention that. You might feel, because that might be a good flower essence or herb or tincture to work with for you as Septarian as well. So, all right, guys, that's all I have for you, beautiful pile one. Thank you for joining me. It's an honor to read your energy, and I really hope that it resonated and it helped you. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye, guys. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive right into it. So your signifier card that I pulled was Chalcopyrite. And it says, flashy like the shiny scales on a lucky goldfish, Chalcopyrite is a show-off crystal. Bring me what I need to live a plentiful life. Ask, and it shall be given. Abundance in all forms, especially solid, sure, reliable, is what Chalcopyrite is about. Chalcopyrite reminds us to engage in the practical side of life. It reminds us that expansion is not only possible, it is well advised. Chalcopyrite is one of the minerals worked at Rio Tinto, Spain, since Roman times, and according to the myth, these are fabled mines of King Solomon. Keywords: practical, reliable, income, and plenty. And the outside quote, which I always love to read, says, when you realize how perfect everything is, you will tilt your head back and laugh at the sky. Buddha. So right away, this is telling me that you have a very practical, grounded energy to you. You're very abundance oriented, and that you are very good at planning and being practical and considered, and you're not you're not someone who just sort of rushes into things. And yeah, that's an interesting energy we have here for you. There's lots of practicality. You have lots of earth energy here, a lot of repeating messages, and I feel like you really appreciate the daily earthly experience, the daily practical mundane things that other people might ignore or brush past. You have a deep appreciation for them. Now let's look at the rest of your cards and get into some of the other messages. So we have the Fool in reverse from the Somnia Tarot, and you have 10 of Swords in reverse from the Somnia Tarot. We have also Temperance in reverse. And if you are interested in more about these Somnia cards, I'm going to be doing a deck review on them because they're a new deck I just got. So 5 of Cups reversed, and Eight of Cups reversed. And then from the Auset Egyptian Oracle deck, we have Damumef. I'm just gonna not say that. Sorry guys, I'm not very good with Egyptian words. But it says Earth Spirit. We have Seshita, creating and writing. We have Nefertum, renewal and rebirth. We have from the Return to Spirit deck, we have frequency shift, birthing, and right order, as well as innocence here. Okay, so I'll tell you guys what I'm getting from the cards. With the Fool in reverse, I feel like you aren't foolish. You're not haphazard in your actions. You like to consider your actions. You like to think before you leap, or look before you leap. You aren't afraid to work hard, and you, with this 10 of Swords, I feel like you're not afraid to, actually you're not, what I'm seeing here is that you don't give up, because this is kind of like final endings card. You definitely don't give up on your dreams. You don't give up on your goals. You always, you're very practical in the sense that you're always looking for a new angle, a new way around something. You're not easily dissuaded by setbacks, I guess is a good way to say it. And we have you don't give up. And with Temperance in reverse, so with the Temperance in reverse here, I heard seesaw. So I feel like you don't seesaw on people. You know when to not waste your emotional energy on. You don't get upset easily by emotions, is what I'm getting with a lot of these cards. You're extraordinarily grounded and very practical in how you deal with your emotions. You don't waste your emotional energy on things, because you came here to experience it all, and you kind of have a very practical way of feeling your emotions and then sort of letting them go. And I'm getting with this Earth Spirit kind of energy that you aren't afraid to work hard. You aren't afraid to put your energy, put lots of emotional or practical hard work into things. You have a no-nonsense kind of energy about you. And, this card says, shiny scales on a goldfish. Makes me think about, very, ostentatious, showy, lots of wealth and lots of jewels and lots of, brand names and stuff. But I'm not getting that from you. I think you like high-quality things. You like things that last. You like quality over quality over quantity. So it's not that you don't like nice things and you work hard for those things and you like to appreciate nice things in life, but you don't also waste your money on just the the trendy thing, or like the just the things that come and go easily. And so you're very practical with your money, but you also like to you also don't demonize money. You don't you see it as the tool that it is to bring the things that you want into your life and to like help others get what they want in their life. So I feel like your goals with money are not like very selfish, but like you like to use your money to help other people, or help other people with their goals and their dreams as well. And I feel like you put your creative energy into things, and you understand that that takes time, and that takes considered effort, and you're willing to put in the time and the energy to get the results, and you know that doesn't happen overnight, and you're not expecting like some instant gratification. Yeah, so I really enjoy this energy, because I feel like a lot of the world is kind of instant gratification, and doesn't see a lot of value in hard work these days, and kind of is used to getting things quickly and easily and cheaply. And you have a very lovely, practical, grounded sensibility that not a lot of other people have, and that is actually really refreshing. And you appreciate earthly pleasures and nice things, and you don't need a lot of those things in order to feel fulfilled, and in order to feel satisfied in life. And you like to help other people with your money that you earn. The other thing that I'm seeing here is that you know how to reinvent yourself with this frequency shift and this birthing and this renewal and rebirth. We have birth, rebirth twice. So that's really telling me that you are very talented, and you have a special ability to reinvent yourself, to rebirth yourself, to pivot where you need to, and you reassess things and you reinvent yourself, and you're very practical about that. There's kind of a no nonsense, like, okay, this isn't working, we're moving on, and you don't get too emotionally hung up on things from the past, or old yous. You appreciate them for where they got you, and then you kind of shift, and you reinvent, and you improve, and it's easy for you to just sort of like take that all in stride. And a lot of people admire that about you. And let's see, what else? Yeah, you have an innocence about you. You have bottom of the deck energy here actually says integrity. So you have a lot of integrity. You have, despite your practical nature, you stay connected to your innocence and your integrity, and you have a strong sense of fairness and justice, and you appreciate order and timing, and the passage of time. You appreciate that as a part of this experience in life and on earth. You treat others as you wish to be treated. You have a very high moral standard and a moral code that you live by, and you don't step on other people in order to get ahead, is what I'm hearing. This card here was speaking to me specifically about your creative endeavors. You actually, what you do, if it's whether it's writing or whatever you create. I feel it really brings people back into their bodies, and it really brings people down to earth. So you have a way about you that's really lovely. Maybe you create meditation videos or music of some kind, or you write blogs, or maybe you write books, because I find books to be very grounding, like reading, especially very, like, let's say for instance, like a fiction novel that really goes into detail about the the leaves and the colors and the sounds and the smells, and and setting that scene. It really kind of like sucks you into the the sensory world that we live in, and it helps you have like an appreciation for this earthly experience and how beautiful it is, and how these little tiny moments in time that we have on the daily can be missed and looked over in our rush to get things done quickly and move forward quickly. But reading kind of like slows that time down and really grounds you into that experience. So that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I hope you gained something from it. I really enjoyed reading your energy. You have a really unique energy, and I feel like maybe a lot of people don't appreciate this about you, so that's why it's coming through. This kind of earthly, grounded, practical side of you is really necessary, and it's really wanted, and it's really not very appreciated in current society. So thank you so much for being here, and it was an honor to read your cards. I hope you join me again, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into these cards. Your signifier card was citrine, and it says, natural citrine makes us dynamic and encourages a heartfelt desire for variety and new experiences. Carry citrine as you embark on trailblazing of any sort. Citrine has an energy that is high and bright, and its radiance helps us to connect with a part of us that relishes learning new things and taking on new adventures and assignments, and does so with gusto. Citrine is a match to the sacral chakra. It is and assists with making us more mobile. You'll find that after you've tackled second chakra issues, lethargy is replaced by vitality. Look for natural citrine, not heat-treated amethyst. Keywords: dynamic, variety, gusto, life, and the quote here on the edge: life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. So yeah, right off the bat, guys, I was feeling that this life is probably, you're probably a kind of a newer soul to the earth experience. I really feel like you have a very adventurous spirit at the very, very least. But what I was kind of getting was like, you chose this earth assignment because you're so passionate about learning, like helping here and learning new things and kind of being on the edge of expansion and growth, and like it says here, trailblazing, embarking on new experiences. So I feel like that's really who you are at the core of you. And yeah, you have a very ambitious and adventurous spirit. So it feels like you chose this for the adventure, this lifetime for the adventure of it. You have a very fairy-like, magical energy, because you have, oh gosh, I'm getting ahead of myself. My goodness, got so caught up. So I want to show you the cards, and then we'll talk about meaning. So you have the Lovers, from the Somnia Tarot. You have Strength here in reverse. Strength, reverse. And you have Six of Cups. And then you have Silket, Magical Protection. You have Slow Victory by Horse. So Victory. You have the Nile River, Flow of Abundance. And you have Fire Spirit. I'm not going to attempt that name. Sorry guys, please forgive me. I'm not good with Egyptian names. Oh boy. So fairy magic, like I said, and you also got surfacing and return of spirit. And it struck me like there's lots of vibrant colors here as well. Lots of beautiful, vibrant colors. Okay, so getting into the messages. You have a very fairy light energy to you. You have a very magical energy to you. You bring something, what I was hearing is like you bring something, or you're bringing something new to Earth, that like a frequency, a vibration that hasn't been here before, or it hasn't been here for a very, very long time. So like I said, I was really hearing like Earth is kind of a new assignment for you. And you came here to show or bring a new kind of abundance to Earth, a new way of being, a new way of looking at being connected to source, to spirit, to the abundance of the universe. And you have a very childlike energy to you with this Six of Cups. It really speaks to me because the traditional Six of Cups is like two children playing, connecting to the innocence and the nostalgia of the past. So I feel like you have a very childlike energy, and that is helping to teach others what strength really is, because with the Strength card in reverse, I really feel like you're bringing this energy of quiet strength, of gentle strength, that Earth has not seen before, or is very unfamiliar with at the very least. You are leading through example this inner strength, this inner spiritual strength, which is very powerful, because you have two cards here of like the Fire Spirit and Citrine. Also, it really talks about that like fiery energy, that abundant energy, that vital energy. So you are very strong. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about your spiritual strength, and you're doing it different. You're really doing it differently, because we're so used to seeing strength portrayed as like, you know, very forceful, very physically big. This is a different kind of strength, and love is a type of strength. Using love to heal, and love as a way of being in the world, and being in alignment with this spiritual energy and this vital life force energy and this cosmic energy that you are so naturally tuned into, the magic of the universe, the beauty of the universe, just the excitement of life, that so many of us are disconnected from, because we've been so trained into like, you know, get up, go to work, come home, make dinner, go to bed, and it's like the magic has gone out of it. You know, the variety has gone out of it. And you're here to show us to use softness, to use gentleness, but in a powerful way, and use love in this powerful way, this new powerful way. And you're also not, you're you know, you're not under any illusions either. Like, this is going to be, you know, a slow progress, a slow surfacing for humanity to embody this and to watch you as you embody it. And you're really here to teach through this example. You really are embodying this energy and like showing through living it, how it looks to be a spirit embodied in the matter, in the 3D, in a human form. And they're also saying to me that, like, obviously that you have a lot of protection because you're so high vibrational. Like, you have a lot of ancestral protection, you have a lot of spiritual cosmic protection. This definitely was reinforced because the bottom of the deck you had immunity. So I really do feel like you have some really strong protection, guidance, because of this spiritual mission that you're on here on Earth, and this high vibration and this innocence and this purity and this sweetness and this love that you carry. There's very special energy around you, taking care of you and making sure that you're safe in situations. So, and yeah, I'm just saying that you have a lot of enthusiasm for life and a lot of enthusiasm for bringing this spiritual love to humanity. And you're just showing us how it is to look to be in this energy and how we can live in alignment, because the Lovers to me often speaks about being aligned with your spirit, with your higher self. It talks about integration and being in the flow and integrated. Yeah, so you're really showing by example, and you're a very special, unique spirit. If you are ever doubtful about that, hopefully this reading is confirmation for you that yes, you came here for a very special mission, and yes, it's all about love, and it's all about bringing back the magic to life. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energies, and it was an honor. Please like and subscribe and comment below if you liked this reading, and I will see you again soon. All right, guys, bye. Hi, beautiful pile 4. Last but not least, here is your reading. All right, so pile 4, your indicator card was Garabo. And it says, it's about your intent. Know that as you set your intent, you create your world. Garabo supports you in your firm, direct intent, never being concerned about the past, always knowing, true knowing, that your clear intent set forward day after day for each and every goal is building a world full of opportunities. The world you dream of, and the world that dreams of you. What you're looking for also is looking for you. Your life seeks you. Garabo reminds you to meet it halfway. And it says key words: intention, creation, faith, opportunity, and goals. And we have a quote around the edge that says, nurture your mind with great thoughts, for you will never go any higher than you think. Benjamin Disraeli? Yes. So, yeah, right away I'm feeling this is my cerebral pile with all these purples and setting of intentions. But let's look at all the rest of the cards, and then I'll go into the meaning and the messages. So you have the 8 of Wands reversed from the Somnia Tarot. You have the Hanged Man in reverse, you have Four of Cups. And then from the Auset Egyptian Oracle cards, you have Scarab, Spiritual Transformation. You have Basset, Joy and Pleasure. And you have Nekbet, Protection. And from the lovely Return to Spirit deck, you have the cards of Assistance, Storm, and Rights. Okay. So, pile 4. You are very special and unique because you use the difficult experiences of life. The Storm card, you use the very difficult experiences of life to transform you. And you're also assisting the collective, I feel like, in this transformation of humanity. And because you're using your difficult experiences to really set your intentions for what you'd rather see. This is, to me, a very, this card really feels like a card about manifesting and setting intention. Because when we write and we journal, we often are physicalizing our thoughts and our desires. So, I heard that you use dirt and you use it as fuel, as alchemy, for your spiritual transformation. And this is a very special talent, a very unique talent. Not everyone is capable of doing this. You have a lot of cards here that speak to stagnancy, that speak to stillness, with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Normally this is a card of fast-moving energy, but in reverse it's stuck or still. And with the Hanged Man here, also a card of staying still. And as well as the card of the Four of Cups, which is a man usually depicted as a man sitting on a hill, meditating and being in stillness. So you really use the experiences of your life in a very unique way, because you sit and you contemplate and you are able to really milk the goodness out of situations, and to bring you into a higher knowing of joy and pleasure. I heard you're really balancing out the world also, because there are so many people running around in this chicken with their head cut off kind of energy, that your stillness is actually appreciated by humanity, because you kind of balance out the energies. You're more quiet and still and contemplative, and that actually helps the universe sort of like counterbalance a lot of the craziness. And you use that to digest your lessons, and you take time to contemplate. You're a very cerebral pile. You know the true meaning of life because you've sat with the unpleasantness, and you've come to certain conclusions about what life is really all about, and what life, the meaning of life really is. You appreciate at a deeper level joy and pleasure because life has knocked you down, and you can appreciate when joy and happiness actually do knock on your door, and you drink that in, and you really revel in it because you also know that you created it. This Garabo card really is, talks about that you really know, like, you understand the underpinnings of the universe. You understand that the universe responds to vibration and your intent more than anything else. And you understand how to utilize that tool and that principle. You're able to read the signs. You're able to see slowdowns as not as roadblocks, but as your indicator that and an opportunity really to heal and to grow and to reassess and to take stock, and as a spiritual tool for spiritual growth and enlightenment. And you also know that you're protected with this card, protection. You know that by setting your intentions and by being deliberate with your energy, that worrying is not really an effective tool for protection, because what you worry about grows, and you understand that when the real protection in life is by setting those intentions and expectations and getting your vibration right before you take the next step, so that you actually create the wanted experience instead of the unwanted experience. So you know how to utilize these spiritual truths, and you also know that what you're doing is helping others. It's actually you're showing people how to be, and you're actually influencing the universe and the humanity with the way that you the approach that you take, and it's helpful to others to watch you at work. And the final message here, because it was, I usually jot down a few notes, and it was really interesting to me because I usually write 4 as the number 4, and I actually wrote it out as FOUR, and so I'm like, that's something. So you also have 4 quadrants in this card. You also have 4 of Cups here, and you have 8, which is multiple of 4. So the message that came through with that was that you actually know and are able to build these strong foundations. You understand that the foundation is how you build a healthy society. That's how you build a healthy life. That's how you are the most effective, and that all begins with your intention, with the energy that you set forth to build that thing with. It's all, you understand the name of the game. It is about vibration. It is about the energy that you bring to things, and that's how you manifest what you want, and you get what you want, and you are creating, you're helping to create the world that we want to live in, and the world we want to be in, as not only now but for future generations. So this is really beautiful energy, a very, very spiritually advanced group of people that chose this pile, which is really, really cool. I love to see the energies that come through, because that means that you guys are the ones watching. So it's really beautiful. And so it was an honor to read your cards. I hope you found this helpful. I hope this validated something in you. I hope you were able to, mine some gems out of these cards and these messages. And as always, it was an honor to read your cards, and I will see you again in the next one. Okay, bye guys.